So fashion's a thing.
I bet it all on myself though. Bet it all on myself. When the cards down, put 100 grand on myself though. 100 grand on myself. We got here with no help though.
So I like clothes, among many things. I feel as if though they're one of the main ways I choose to express myself. So I thought for this week's whatever we're calling these Kent Does type of episodes, I thought I would do a deep dive on clothes. So I'm going to tell a story through clothing. So before we get to my story, let's take a look at what everyone else is doing first. Merch.
Big news! I got merch.
Buy that merch.
Work it, yes, I like it.
Buy that. Mama won't buy me David Dobrik merch. No. Christmas round the corner, get your merch, link in bio.
So far, so good.
Cause ever since I left the city, you.
The first thing I'm gonna say is I get it. Like, if you're running a merch machine and that's working for you, own that. Also the fact that, like, I totally love it. I would consider myself basically the hype beast of YouTubers merch. I own all of my friends' merch, and so much of it, Jamie gets really mad at me for how much I own of it. To be very clear though, it's not always because the design is perfect. I mostly love merch because of how much I know it does for the creator. Because supporting someone's creative vision is immensely important to me. Literally one of the only things I care about is supporting other people's dreams and creative passions. So back to the whole fashion thing. I have been obsessed with streetwear culture for a few years now. Actually, I used to run an Instagram account entirely about fashion and streetwear culture with my friends JP and Chase. You guys remember them? And even funnier, that Instagram account was at streetwear. Lamau. To be very clear though, big disclaimer, we have since sold it, and then the people we sold it to got it stolen by the current owner. And that current owner sucks, actually. He used to try and scam us while we were running the page, so just gonna put that guy on blast, because like, he totally deserves it. That guy sucks. All right, my bad, back to the whole fashion thing. So in terms of specific clothing, I really am drawn to unique stuff. Something that more or less can't be duplicated or replicated. Or I guess a super awesome take on maybe a vintage style. I love that. Kind of like this super vintage t-shirt. Tons of little surprises in this one. Or this pair of jeans I bought from China for $4, obviously made by the coolest brand in streetwear. Jeans. Or the holy grail of streetwear, the Supreme Bach the Big Bird hoodie. So like I was saying, I definitely like unique clothing more than I like just the typical stuff. What I'm currently wearing is not reflecting of that, but I apologize. So the story starts with one specific t-shirt. Actually, my favorite t-shirt. The reason this is my favorite shirt is because not only is it an amazing shirt, but it comes with a lot of memories. This was actually the t-shirt I proposed to Jamie in. Sorry I can't put in like a little video interstitial here, but I'm saving that. You will see that video soon. And by soon, I mean the end of September. This shirt is really, really something special to not just me, but both of us. Not because it was expensive, but mostly because it was something I'd never really seen before. First off, it's absolutely my favorite color. Black. But this shirt has so many other features too. IDK, is features a weird way to describe clothing? First things first, I'm the realist.
First things first, I'm the realist.
No, first things first, it's made of suede, which means it's just so damn soft. But you see, the best part is since it's black, you can't see it, you can only really feel it. Meaning the only way people really figure out that this shirt is suede is when they hug me. And lastly, it's tall, or long, or infinite, or scoop, or I don't know, I should have thought of something there. Again, I really need to get better at thinking about how I'm going to end a sentence before I start it. Since I was really young, I feel like this has always been a problem. Okay, so back to fashion. My biggest beef with clothing right now is how expensive it is. Why is this hoodie with a picture of 11 $300? And why is this hoodie with a damn box on it almost $1,000? Honestly, I just don't get it. That's a lie. I totally get it. I actually kind of live for stuff being super limited. Like way back in Kent's fashion career, if you'll understand this, I owned the Nike Air Yeezy 1s. Like, we're talking way back. This was like when, you know, shoe culture was like becoming a thing. And you thought my Bitcoin story was a cool story. Right, my fault. Again, back to the whole fashion thing. Why can't I live in a simpler time? I honestly think that 2018 is the year the entire culture changes. I'll explain what I mean by that in a little bit, but for now, let's jump into the idea. If I'm being completely honest, I kind of just want to see if I can do it. But let's make a shirt. That's nice. Let's chat about my inspiration. I've said this about 100 times now, but in terms of clothing, I love something unique. Something that you haven't really seen before. Maybe it's something women's that's now in men's, or men's that's now in women's, or some sort of design that just hasn't happened before. I don't even know, all the above. It doesn't have to be something crazy. So I draw a lot from the skateboarding community. Even though I never really skated, I just saw it as like an amazing form of expression. I did land a kickflip once though. It was actually like a really cool moment for me. Okay, sorry, back to fashion. I also really love dance, specifically hip hop dance. It's a lot of streetwear, but at the same time, everyone is just getting so creative with it that it's its own thing. That's why it needs to be its own category in inspiration. Okay, so you want me to be more specific? I'll give it to you. In terms of like who my fashion inspiration is, it's Coco Princess on Instagram. Oh my God, this girl is a god. She is an absolute streetwear genius. Keep rolling those images forever. Jesus.
I am just an icon living.
Let's bring this back to being just about a single t-shirt. Long tee, obviously. I think without question it has to be black. Do I want it to be flat or have scoops? What if like a little bit of both? Like what if it scooped off to just one side? I tried to give you a view of what I was doing, but that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I guess this is a good point to talk about though. Typically shaped t-shirts kind of bother me. The boxiness look of it just like really stresses me out for some reason. I feel like, how did we get here in design? It's 2018, we should be way past just straight lines everywhere. Like, come on. I'm making an executive decision. We're gonna make it scoop, but only on one side. And then have the option to button it up, meaning we're gonna need to remember a button. The only time I've ever seen this was actually on a shirt that Jamie owns, and I really, really love it, and I always wanted one of my own, so I'm gonna make my own. That's about all I need in terms of planning. I guess it's fabric time, AKA adventure time.
I drink it even when I wake up. Yeah, broken. This shit I can feel ya. You can blow my way so like I'm.
Hi, Jamie. So, welcome to the mission. Should we go to the camera store? No, the fabric store?
In the store, 2 a.m. Got some mango high, choose a bag of chips. Rolling through the city and we hide behind.
The fabric outlet, San Francisco. Hi. All right, so here's the plan. Black t-shirt, cloth. Is it just cloth before it's a t-shirt? I guess we're just here to buy oh. We've been here once before. We need to go that direction. I forgot my wallet. Feel this one, Jamie. What even is like t-shirt fabric? What if we made like a fishnet t-shirt? T-shirt fabric. So we've already made friends. We just still don't have any t-shirt fabric. Can you make it with silk? That doesn't feel like a t-shirt, it feels like a tablecloth. How do you do this? Theoretically, could any of these ever turn into a shirt?
Yeah, these could technically be a t-shirt, as long as it has at least two-way stretch for a t-shirt. Body without adding...
Oh, that's solid right there. What do you think? Did you like that one?
Yeah.
That one feels solid. Well, that was much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Last time we came here, we just wandered around forever by ourselves. Could we just do like a solid 2 yards?
Sure.
I feel like that's just safe. Count for me messing up.
Are you wanting a pair of shoes you can like leave to your grandchildren in your will, or do you
Holy
want a
cow.
pair that will like work for you for now?
Yeah, probably the second one.
Okay.
Although, I can only imagine how stoked my grandkids would be for a pair of shears. You inherited shears.
I inherited a lot of shears.
Whoa! Scissors and shears.
But I actually
The whole
inherited my
shebang.
great-
Did it like come in like a nice case that like lit up when you opened?
I know, right?
A sheath?
A sheath.
So we just take this to the counter now?
Yeah, right up there.
And they'll have shears?
Shears back there. Let me show you.
She got the shears. Oh, don't let me forget a button. I need a button. Just this and then some recommended shears. I think this is working.
Smoking with the Migos, it's just me and me amigos. And I'm feeling like gold, woke up like CeeLo. Yeah.
So I forgot the buttons. Let's take a look at what we got. Shears, not to be willed. 2 yards of this one and a 1/4 yard of this one. I wish I could honestly tell you what I got, but I really just don't know. All right, well, time to make it. All right, so to get started, we are going to start with a pattern. Now, you can use any t-shirt you already have or whatever you want to make. You just use your favorite one of that thing and then edit accordingly. I'm gonna give this a fold in half so that we can do... Okay, we're gonna start with tracing out our current shirt. So just to get an idea of something that we'd want. So I folded it in half, put the seam against the flat side of the cardboard, and we're gonna be able to measure out the front side and the back side because we're gonna need 2 pieces, front side Yeah, you get it. Oh God, that line sucks because this pencil is trash. These don't have to be perfect. I recommend them being better than not, but like, you know, do you with what you need. Okay. Try and make a good fold here. This part is always just so difficult, is getting the sleeves right. You have where they need to go. Let's take a look. We have the back of our shirt because I put the longer side down here. And to be clear, this does not include the modifications I want to make to this shirt. This is just this shirt. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but for the front of the shirt. So I'm just gonna mark it. Oh, that's nice. I can create a nice little line there. So if we wanted to make a typical long tee, this here, if you don't look at this part and this part, that's the front of the tee. If you don't look at this part and this part, that's the back of the tee. All right, let's do a sleeve. What do you know? It fits the dimensions of the shirt perfectly. My God, it works out like that every time. That looks fine. Let's go ahead and Sharpie that out. Pop. Remember how I wanted to have one of the sides longer? I'm going to have to account for that now and figure out how I'm gonna do that, because I actually don't know. So coming from these same lines, we're going to cut, the shirt was like down to here. So we just want one long like swoop to the bottom. So I'll explain what's happening down here in a second. This part is actually a little bit confusing, and I need to remember that like this part here is definitely for the other side of the shirt. It'll make sense when I cut it, maybe. So now it's time to leave about a centimeter dotted line around the entire thing, because that's how much I like to leave for extra fabric. Cool, now, razor blade, cut your sucker project out. I highly recommend putting other cardboard underneath this. I don't want to ruin Jamie's table. Haha, it twerked. That looks good, this looks good. Awesome, sure am making a mess. All right, it's fabric time. All right, we're starting with the main fabric, front and back. We're gonna chalk it out. Let's do it, no? I know, no? Back of the shirt, done. All right, awesome. So we got that all cut out. Let's lay out our pieces. Here we've got the front of the shirt, a sleeve, and the back of the shirt. Well, that's enough looking at it. Let's get sewing. That's really good, somehow. 2 shoulders, that's swag, dude. Hold on. All right, what's next? I think, I'm gonna be really honest, this one is really challenging me. Ready? Let's sew it. Gently. Guess what, squad? Back from dinner. New light back there, so that's what's happening there. And Jamie's pumping everything on the way out. Sleeves, done. I think it's done. I should probably try it on now, right? How's it look? I know it'll stretch in the wash. I know that these little wrinkles will come out when I iron it. I know that the sleeves look weird. I know that this didn't work out well, and I thought about putting a button in, but then it would make it look like that.
Okay, so a few things have happened. I rewatched that video and I realized the shirt doesn't suck. I really like this. I'm very excited about this. I will wear this. And 2, I really wanted to prove that I can make good audio so that you will continue to watch my YouTube series. I just hope that that's a thing. But guys, seriously, I'm so excited about the way the shirt turned out. I didn't think it actually would be good, but it is, and I'm gonna wear it to work, and I wanna show my friends, and I just wanna yeah. Okay, but clearly I had had a long day or something, and I was just not in the mood, and I thought my shirt looked bad. But this looks great. Something about this journey was so interesting and so fascinating to me because I repeatedly was failing and I was getting frustrated, and toward the end I was like not excited about this anymore. And I know that as the series goes on, that's probably gonna happen because I'm committing a week to learning one thing. Like right after I finish this video, I'm gonna go right into next week, learning as much as I can about next week's video. For me, there's just something so exciting about this commitment where I'm able to just give my all toward one thing. And I am genuinely impressed that this worked. So I'm really excited to continue making these If Kent Can videos. And I don't know what the next ones are gonna be. I wanna get into all kinds of crazy things. I wanna do things I've never done before. Think of all the things I've ever wanted to do and try them. That's what this is allowing me to do. And then once I'm way down the line, I can innovate the ideas I've already done, and there's so much there, and I'm so excited about it because it feels so good to make things. I love it. But seriously, I am so excited to just say, if you work hard at something, you can do it. I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't. But I was able to make this, and I'm gonna wear this. To be at the end of a week of learning something and it actually worked. This is crazy. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching. Finish that hard, follow your dreams, and next week, we're buying Instagram handles.
I said you ain't gotta look. My bad, I know this ain't usually your thing, but don't worry about it, girl, just be yourself. And I swear I ain't gon' say a thing.